Good afternoon. Very sunny, beautiful afternoon. Nearly the end of the week. We're just rolling on towards Friday. Bit of a catch up because I haven't done one for ages, and I realised we've been busy away doing things and not really letting anybody know about it. So these are the bikes, a few of the bikes that are currently being worked on. The RGVs ready to go back out. Kermit the Green 750, the 350, the RD250. There's an RD200 just behind it with its top end off, and a BMW K1200 having the exhaust sorted out. And that's just the bikes that are outside to give us some space. I won't really go through what we're doing with every single bike at the moment. I'll document them all. I'll try and sort of do them all individually from now on. The blue 200 there is top end. Well, the engine's out of that one, getting done. Lucky Strike RGV, very nearly finished. Doesn't look it, but it is. Oh, the Italjet. We will work through that one. That's actually a restoration project. Which, firstly, I don't really do restorations, but we've agreed to for that one. We'll try. RD500 engine now in bits on the far bench, and a 350 power valve, which is going to be part of a good little project, but I'll let people know about that later on. The mezzanine is still a little bit ongoing, but we have a heavyweight hoist, so we can get bits up and down onto it now. I still need to do a few bits and pieces up there. Most of the reworking down here is now done. Most of the floors in, the workbenches, the new workbenches are in. We've got most things where we want them. The new laptop is working and in place. All that stuff takes time outside of what we have to do for a living, which is try and fix bikes. So it's still very, very busy for us. And the workload is extremely busy. I just can't ever get on top or to grips with the fact of how many people want us to fix their bikes. And I don't think it's just us as a workshop. I think it's just the industry in general. Teesdale Motorcycles up the road are just as busy as us. I mean, for a motorbike workshop that doesn't do British bikes, there's two in shot. In the background there's an Ariel Square 4 engine, which is going back into its frame tomorrow, and there's a Triumph Bonneville here. The reason we don't work on them, when people ring I say, look, we don't really do British bikes. They're not my speciality. I always say take things somebody who really knows what they're doing with a bike. Familiarity is as important as anything else. But we're mechanics at the end of the day. We can work our way through anything. If you're not sure about a bike, you'll take longer to do it than somebody who is. And we charge the time that we take on something. So I always think it's fairer to a customer to take it to the person who will do it with the quickest time for the best work. What people often do though is ring me up and I say, try to find somebody who specialises in it. Then they ring me back 3 or 4 days later and said, Doug, there's nobody left. Can you please do my bike for me? So I say yes, and then we get them in. So John is currently working on this Triumph here. End of the day, John and Oscar have gone home, so I'm just doing a bit of a roundup. He's working through this Triumph. It's a recommissioning get-it-going job. It's been stood for a long time. I've been working on this little Chinese scooter. You see, we will work on anything. It came in, wouldn't start, poor running, and it was a valve clearance. The exhaust valve clearance had closed up completely. The exhaust was open, so it had no compression. Sorted that out. A few more bits to do for the owner. This BMW it's the early BMW ABS system, and it's playing up, so the ABS pump needs replacing or sorting. Rear end's out because there's a rear seal to be done. And there's a bike inside the dyno booth at the moment. We've got about another 8 bikes in storage. They're the long-term project ones. We had to put them in store when we did the reworking, and they now coming back over here one by one to get finished off as we go through. So yeah, still busy, still at it, still sending bikes out every day. We've had an RD400, an RD250, and a Z1000 levers today. All of them after various amounts of work, engine rebuilds, carb rebuilds, or recommissionings. So with John on board now, we are getting through things far, far quicker. I'm a little less stressed. I'm a bit getting to phone quicker when people rig, which is nice. I'm not having to go home and try and bring people back all evening. We're sharing the jobs out between us, and Oscar, as usual, is just doing a fantastic job with all the bikes he gets. Oscar now has his own project bikes that come in, and he maintains that project, works on it, gets it done and sorted. So we're all up to speed pretty much. Part of the new kit that we bought, this Beta work trolley. There's a work trolley in the background there, which now has the electrical stuff on. The space for the welder over there. And then over here we have strip down, clean off and wash off area, which is a bit hidden by the bikes. But again, it's just made everything easier to do what we do. And that's about it. The bikes that are coming and going out, I'm going to do a few more little videos or a few more photos just to say what they are individually. But there's plenty going in through. The diary is full. We always squeeze bikes in for people, but the diary is full right into November at the moment, end of November. The winter diary on projects is full right through to February. So we've got plenty to go at. But having said that, you always leave space in the diary because people always have breakdowns, they have things that need doing urgently, and we always try and get people in if we can, which we do. So a few more bikes that are going through, I will document those and do some videos on those coming up. But in the meantime, get through Friday, have a good weekend, and we'll have some more bikes going out next week, I expect.